to send a clear message to those who work inside this building to reject outside meddling with our legislative maps and focus on issues that actually matter to Hoosiers.
We play hard in Indiana. We play with grit in Indiana. We play to win fairly in Indiana. So I guess 7 out of the 9 congressional seats wasn't enough. I guess 20 years of Republican rule wasn't enough, because cheaters don't stop at enough. They want it all. This isn't redistricting, this is rigging, this is cheating, and this is throwing Hoosier voters into the garbage. Let's call it what it is. It's authoritarianism right here in Indiana. That's not democracy, that's dictatorship. This is our line in the sand. We are not quiet, we are not tired, and we are not giving up. This house belongs to you, to Hoosiers, to the people, and we will not sit on the sidelines and stay quiet. We are still here, still fighting, still standing, still watching. They may have the maps, they may have the money, but we have the people. And when people rise up, democracy rises with us. So tonight, let's send the message loud enough that they hear us all the way to Washington. Say it with me. This is our house. This is our time.
This is our time.
This is our voice.
This is our voice.
And this is our democracy.
This is our democracy.
And we are not giving up.
We are not giving up.
So let's hear you loud and clear from here all the way to Washington. This is our house. Thank you very much.
Our house.
You know, Donald Trump is saying, I'm entitled to more congressional seats in Texas. I'm entitled. But those districts don't belong to the politicians. They belong to the voters who live in that district. And they are not going to steal the 1st and the 7th in Indiana. They're not going to steal it from us.
They know that they can't run on merit because their ideas are terrible. Here in Indiana, our MAGA Republican supermajority has resulted in quality of life measures near the bottom. Healthcare outcomes, pollution, wage growth, healthcare affordability, eviction rates, all among the worst in the country. So, if you can't win on merit, what do? You cheat. So what do? To quote the great Arthur Ashe, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And I would add to that, find each other. Yes. Be loud. Talk to each other about what's happening to our democracy. Talk to your neighbors. Get organized. This is the unprecedented, deliberate unwinding of democracy that we've feared. It's here. It's happening. It's happening right now. This may be our last chance. I beg of you, please act now. Do something. And I want you to know, we still have the power. The people have the power. Don't tune out. Take action today to use your voice and demand fair elections, because there can be no cheaters in a democracy. Thank you.
It's time to fight, and we must fight. You know, I have to remind people, Donald Trump won Indiana with just 58% of the vote. Our congressional districts are already gerrymandered. But they want to whitewash those blue districts, which represents a large number of black and brown and white brothers and sisters. That means we're going to have to be bolder. We've done it before in this country. My ancestors marched, your ancestors marched. They marched until their feet were sore. It's the groundwork that you and I stand on today. Out of the hands of power-hungry racists and fascists. We march arm in arm today in Indianapolis. We the people say to Donald Trump and his cronies, we won't give up. We're going to push back, we're going to fight back, and you won't stop us. In fact, you may give us a blessing so we can finally flip some of these seats. Thank you. We won't let folks try to dictate to us. We're not country bumpkins. We're up on it. You can't bully us. If you think you're going to come to the Hoosier cafeteria and take our lunch, you got another thing coming. In fact, it's time for the bully to learn the lesson today. If you come to the Hoosier cafeteria, we will flip these seats finally and make the state blue again. I don't want Democrats to despair. No matter what you believe, namaste, we need you on the battlefield because the fight is ours to win. Let's go, Hoosiers.
I came to the State House today not as a partisan, but as a protector of the promise of democracy. That promise is being threatened, not by foreign enemies, but by insiders with red pens and quiet rooms, planning to redraw our democracy behind closed doors. Let me be clear, this isn't just about redistricting, it's about erasing the political power of black communities in Indiana. These mid-decade maps are not about population change, they're about power. And when that power targets black and brown voices, working class communities, and the only black member of Congress from Indiana, our own Congressman Carson, we must call it what it is: modern day voter suppression. It's being done with software instead of segregation. It's being done with district lines instead of a poll tax. But it is attempted to be done. 60 years ago, the Voting Rights Act was signed because people marched. They bled and died for the right to be counted. Now in 2025, some want to reverse that progress with the stroke of a pen. But we're here this afternoon to say not on our watch. Governor Braun, let me speak clearly and directly to you. This is not Texas. This is not Florida. This is Indiana. We don't need Washington insiders telling us how to draw our lines or silence our neighbors. We don't need a costly, unnecessary special session to redraw what the people never asked to be changed. We don't need a single dollar spent on erasing democracy when that money should be spent on housing, education, and health care for our Hoosiers. As Fannie Lou Hamer reminded us, nobody's free until everybody's free. That includes every voter in Indiana, black, brown, rural, urban, Democrat, or Republican. Until we all have equal power in the process, we all remain vulnerable to injustice. Let this moment be clear. We're drawing our own line today, not on a map, but in our moral conscience. We're drawing the line against injustice. We're drawing the line against political manipulation. We're drawing the line against those who would silence the people for their own power. Hoosiers from every walk of life are gathered right here, right now. And we're united, and we're saying we will not be manipulated. We will not be erased. We will not be divided. We will not be ignored. We will not be distracted. We will not be silenced. And we will not be moved. We're standing here today not simply in protest. We're standing on purpose. Our purpose is justice. Our purpose is representation. Our purpose is democracy. A democracy that works for all of us, not just a few of us. And we're not going back. We're not bowing down. And we're not backing off.
President Trump's demand for mid-cycle gerrymandering is exactly what we should expect from someone who believes that rules and laws are for suckers. That is how the President of the United States sees the world. He wants Indiana Republicans to throw out our state's already gerrymandered maps for even less representative maps because he is scared of you. He is scared of the voters. Trump is scared of voters after securing tax breaks for billionaires and cutting health care to millions while working families cut essentials just to get by. He knows his policies are deeply unpopular, so he is pushing to rig the game even more. Unfortunately, the good news for Trump, Republicans in Congress have completely ceded their power to him. They have proven they will not be a check on the executive branch. That means it's up to all of us, Democrats and Republicans and independents, who believe in the rules of our democracy, the rules from which our freedoms flow, to be that check. We must be that check. The stakes are too high to stand down. Let's be clear. We got to just spell this out. Indiana's maps already heavily favor Republicans. They don't reflect our state. Our gerrymandered maps favor Republicans with 7 of 9 seats. That's 78% for the U.S. House versus a state that's what, about 58% Republican? That's not representation. Nationally, this is important. Nationally, Republicans drew maps for 191, nearly 200 seats versus 75 for Democrats in the 2020 census, after the 2020 census. The nation's congressional maps already strongly favor Republicans. Republicans are very much winning the gerrymander game, and we need to stand up against the lies they are spreading that Democrats are the worst gerrymandering offenders. It's simply fake news. My constituents know that I have always supported nonpartisan redistricting commission for Indiana, and I always will. But it has become clear that Congress has to fix this. The Supreme Court dropped the ball in 2019, so now only Congress can pass a comprehensive national nonpartisan redistricting law that truly evens the playing field for all Hoosiers and all Americans. In the meantime, we're in the fight of our lives. So let me ask you 3 simple questions. Are we going to let the Republican supermajority gerrymander our maps even further for Trump? Are we going to let them silence and disenfranchise Hoosiers? Are we going to stand up and fight for fair elections? If we're going to call a special session, there is plenty of real work to do for Hoosiers. Indiana has a child care crisis that is crippling our families and our economy. Thousands, tens of thousands of Hoosiers are struggling without health care now thanks to their supermajority, and that's before the big bad bill goes into effect. We're the 10th most energy expensive state in the nation. Our home energy bills are skyrocketing, and we're facing a statewide housing crisis. Plus, we have massive toxic pollution in every corner of our state. We are in a crisis. We have things to fix, but that's not what they want to do. That's not on the table. Instead, they're talking about spending time and taxpayer money to rig the districts for Donald Trump. So a question, a comment, a plea to my Republican colleagues. They used to talk about the Constitution, checks and balances, fair play. If you go along with this, just imagine you're setting a precedent that any future president, any Democratic president even, could use. Is that really what you want to do? Hoosiers are better than this, are we not? Yes. Our country is better than this, right? Yes. We deserve representatives who earn their seats through good ideas and hard work, not maps designed to protect politicians who sold out our working families. They have sold out our working families. I'm asking you to hold all of us accountable. Remind all of us that we work for you, not for Donald Trump. Our democracy, friends, our democracy, Hoosiers, is worth fighting for. Thank you for being here, and God bless the great state of Indiana.
Having me. My name is Jalen Radzaminski. I was born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So lovely to be visiting y'all on this beautiful day. I am a proud Black, Japanese, disabled advocate, a recent law school graduate, and the founder of Countis In, also known as Countis Indiana. Founded in 2020, Countis In is a statewide Indiana-based movement and the first Black disability-led nonpartisan nonprofit increasing and diversifying voter turnout in this country. We have power here in this state. And our mission is simple but powerful. It's to uplift the voices of everyday Hoosiers like us and build a democracy that is inclusive, accessible, equitable, and truly representative of our communities. And we do this by building power, so not only can we get out the vote, but help the next generation lead and be engaged. A little bit about me. I founded Countis In because I experienced voter suppression multiple years in a row and multiple election cycles in a row. And I knew that I deserved better, but my state deserved more too at just the young age of 22. So I built an organization rooted in accessibility, disability, and racial justice. Our programs are for and by the community, from accessibility checks at the polls, election defenders, democracy diva power hours, because democracy is so glamorous, and our racial justice and accessibility fellowship. And through our statewide 4D or For Democracy collective, we're adding dimensions and perspective to democracy that has far too long been ignored, and centering the power of our Black, disabled, deaf, queer, indigenous, Black and other communities of color, and those impacted by incarceration. And I'm sure you all here know this, but we cannot separate disability justice from economic and racial justice. And we're here to decolonize, decarcerate, and deinstitutionalize our democracy. Just to talk a little bit more about why we're here today, this morning we did get the data. Countis In has released a statewide poll. Over 1,662 Hoosiers participated across the political spectrum. And do you know what we found?
What?
Hoosiers are saying loudly and clearly, mid-decade redistricting is nothing but a distraction. Gerrymandering in Indiana is some of the worst in this country. In fact, we're not only had the bottom in civic literacy and voter turnout, we've been 95% lower than the rest of the states of this country. And I think we could see a connection here.
Yeah.
It's hurting us. It depresses voter turnout and dilutes and oppresses the voices of our Black, brown, disabled, young, and working class Hoosiers. We fought hard when these maps were drawn 4 years ago for our voices to be heard, and we were gerrymandered. And we will keep fighting today because Hoosiers want a democracy that represents all of us. Now, instead of taking orders from Washington, D.C. and special interest groups, our representatives need to listen to people right here at home. And let me tell y'all something. Especially for my generation, we mobilize a lot of young voters under 40. We are angry. We mad. And we have a lot to say. And it's our times for our representatives to finally listen. And our nonpartisan surveys and organizing across generations across this state make everything crystal clear. Hoosiers want access to affordable health care. Last night, the Indiana Association of the Deaf mobilized their entire community because their budgets have been cut. Deaf children are losing teachers. Deaf children are losing health care. Caregivers are trying to take care of our elders at home. They should be talking to us about that. Hoosiers need relief from rising costs and inflation, from groceries to energy bills, job and property taxes. We are in an economic crisis. I'm a recent law school grad. I would love to be able to afford eggs and buy a home. Hoosiers want their elected officials to improve our lives, not waste our time and waste at least over $500,000 tax dollars to selfishly redraw these maps. So here's what we need. We need all of you, every single one of you, and we all have power in this fight. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, and bring them to this movement. Today, we're all here and can take action. So if you already have here, tell a neighbor, sign Common Cause Indiana's petition, sign Indiana Conservation of Voters petition against mid-decade redistricting. And if you want to keep getting the work done, you can join Countis In's next Democracy Collective call, our 40 to Collective, on Thursday, September 18th at 6:30 p.m. And you can email us at info@countisindiana.org or follow us on social media at Countis Indiana. But I want to close us out with some energy, so I wrote just at least one more chant for us all today to lift up the energy in each other, and here's how it goes. When I say DC, get back, you say Hoosiers don't want your maps. Are y'all ready? Let's go. DC, get back.
Hoosiers don't want your maps.
DC, get back.
Hoosiers don't want your maps.
I said DC, get back.
Hoosiers don't want your maps.
Thank you, Indy, and let's keep fighting for this democracy together.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Hoosiers don't cheat. We don't change the rules. We play fair. So let's send that message one more time before we leave this State House building. We play fair.
We play fair. We play fair. We play fair. We play fair.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. Be safe and keep up the pressure.